It's a bird. It's a plane. It's FMK Champions. Hello, everyone, and welcome to FMK Champions. I'm Carolyn Page. This is the world's most super game show. We're going to pit three funny people against each other in an epic battle of effing, marrying, and killing. And then you, watching at home, get to decide the fate of the world, the winner of FMK Champions. Okay, we've got very special champions tonight. Let's bring in our guests now. Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Hello! It's a pleasure and an honor to be here, Carolyn. Thank you for having me.
Oh, namaste to you, Anthony Cascio.
What's up? Hello.
There he is. Oh, my little puppet. And then our next guest is having, oh my gosh, incredible timing, Brittany Carney.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Woo! Oh, thank you for being here. Welcome, everyone. Tonight is a very special superhero-themed episode of FMK Champions. It's going to be a super-duper time, so let's get into it in round one. Round one. Oh, yeah. And now we've passed the 2-minute mark, so we can say fuck and any other curse words you want.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking A, yeah.
What governmental agency is creating that bylaw?
You can curse. Well, you can't curse in the first minute of YouTube videos or they'll demonetize you.
Gotcha. But we are past the first minute.
And now it's all fucks all the way down, baby. Okay, round one. This is a classic game of fuck, marry, kill. We're going to give you 3 options. You'll tell us which one you'd fuck, which one you'd marry, which one you'd kill, and why or how you'd do those things to it. After everyone has gone, the audience will vote on who had the best answer. The order for this round is going to be Brennan first, then Brittany, then Anthony. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. For our first round, we want you to fuck, marry, and kill tragic origin stories. We have science accident, tragic murder, last of their kind. Okay, Brent, this is a mind bender. This is a bit of a mind bender. Brennan, fuck, marry, kill, science accident, tragic murder, last of their kind.
Amazing. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Off the bat, strongest reaction right away. Because here's the thing, I have to associate these with the images that you put on screen. In other words, yes, these tropes are larger than these instances, but these instances kind of rule those tropes. We're going to kill last of your kind. We're going to straight kill it. What are the fucking odds? Let's be very honest. Oh, this guy's a scientist, which is why he had the only rocket on this planet. The only one. Look at the size of that rocket. You could squeeze the mom in there. You could squeeze her in, okay? Get that fucking enormous cushion out. That's not doing anything structural. I'm over it. I'm over last of your kind as a tragic origin story. The odds don't make sense. And also, by the way, these comics hate them too. How many times in one of these comics is somebody out here being like, I am John Jones, the last of my kind. Oh shit, there's more Martians because the writer thought that would be cool. And there's been 100 writers.
There's always more.
There's always more Martians out there. You're never really going to have one.
Always more.
Fucking Zod, baby. Immediately. It's like not the last Kryptonian. I'm over it. God, I'm heated. Number 2, okay? We are going to marry accident. We're gonna marry radioactive accident because I feel like that is a vibe. I feel like that's solid. I feel like if a spider bit me or I got gamma rays and now I'm a freaky freak, I feel like I need to try and help out. It's the one that I vibe with the most. I relate to that. It's like I fell in some goop and now I got mind powers. Those are the cards you dealt, baby.
That tracks for you, actually.
I did, before the goop, I was happy to sort of, stay under the radar. Post goop, you got to do what you can. And we're going to fuck parents killed. We're going to fuck dead parents. At the end of the day, you got to fuck dead parents because it's so tortured and it's so romantic. And in the way that this game always works, which is that fuck is something that there's an attraction to, but it's not long term. That is Batman's parents being dead, right? Because the idea of being like, my parents were killed and that's why I have to fight crime, is that thing of someone being like, well, I was traumatized, so that's why I don't do X behavior. And then a bunch of other people that were traumatized the same way are like, shit, my parents are dead and I work at a grocery store. Like,
I was actually thinking about this earlier this week, and it's just because he's rich. I was like, the world could use a Batman right now. Like, cops aren't doing us any fucking favors. So, like, we could use a real Batman, but no one's got that kind of disposable income.
Someone actually, I love the thing of Batman being rich, and that's Batman's superpower. One of the things people have brought up about Batman is that that's a very funny thing to say, like, because it's also sort of Iron Man's superpower, right? Except that he's a technological genius.
Right.
But, resources explain a lot. But there's a great article that Batman's superpower is his lack of therapy. That Batman's superpower is that he is arrested in the cycle of grief. Because the idea, for most people, grief is a complete destructive force in your life. But for Batman, he turns grief into like awesome determination and kicking people's asses, which is like grief as a superpower, which is why his main enemy is represented by a force of laughter. He cannot process. That's the psychology of why the Joker is his greatest evil, is because grief is where he draws his strength from.
Mind blown. I'm quitting therapy. Brittany, you're up. Let's hear it.
Can you please reiterate for me the titles of the three options?
Yes. We have science accident, here represented by a green glowing light. We have tragic murder, represented by two bodies and a child hovering over them. Sad. Okay. And then we have last of their kind, represented by this tiny baby in a rocket.
Okay, so I'm going to kill science accident because I feel like I'm naturally kind of a klutz, and I really think the way that I'm going to go is through like a freak biological or viral mishap. So I just sort of can't handle that emotionally right now, so I'm going to eliminate that by a little action called killing. Okay. And then, and then so last of our kind is one.
Yes.
Wait, okay.
There's last of their kind in tragic murder.
So I think I'm going to marry tragic murder because the earlier, the example is like parents dying. So sometimes something I think about is like, you know how in several family films, like Disney narratives or likewise like the parents are killed off, it's kind of that itself as a trope is like pretty consistent and stable and also ultimately empowers the antagonist. So I'm going to marry that because that's like, hey, that is here to be there for you and be unchanging and unconditionally a truth. And so the other one
last of their kind.
Last of their kind is I'm gonna fuck because, well, obviously that's the last option, but generally my reasoning is like I actually think that's the most like hot in the sense that like hot and kind of like romantically appealing because not just romantically, like intellectually, physically appealing because it's like that thing that Oscar Wilde said where it's like uncertainty is the essence of romance. It's like mystery always stirs arousal the most. So that's what I'm going to pick.
Love that. What a beautiful quote. Great answers. Anthony, you're up. Let's hear it.
Much more thoughtful, I think, than what I have going on right now, which I have to admit, I am also being kind of, stirred by these particular photos. I probably, shouldn't let that get to me. Okay. Killing last of its kind. I think because, it's just, it's too lonely. It's too lonely. And I just need to be more surrounded. Well, I guess that's what they end up doing is they reaching out and they're trying to surround themselves. Okay. I'm killing it because I have to marry tragic backstory. And again, okay, my brothers and sisters out there with daddy and mommy issues, I think can get behind me because it's so you can really hold on to something with that, and it can kind of drive you and through many decades. Really, you can bring that with you for decades, and that's episode after episode, book after book. I'm fucking the accident because it just sounds like the most fun. I mean, with all those radioactive changes your body is going through, there's so many options. There's what parts are you growing? What other beings are now can you now connect with both physically and emotionally? Well, okay, just physically because we're fucking it. I'm sorry.
No emotions in sex.
No emotions. No emotions. Yeah.
I love it.
Fantastic
answers, freaky science, freaky all around, freaky from everybody. Okay, now audience, you get to vote on which of these freaks had the best answer. 1 for Brennan, 2 for Brittany, 3 for Anthony. If you all could hold up your fingies. So that's 1 for Brennan, 2 for Brittany, 3 for Anthony. To give a little vote in the chatty chat. The audience is going to frenetically vote on that. I think it's really interesting. This one's really I like the more esoteric questions that we do here. It's easy when it's people because you can just go on what your attractions are. But when it's something more abstract like this, I like it. I think I would kill, murder, marry, science accident, and fuck last of their kind.
I would also fuck last of their kind. Because it doesn't really matter what they look like. That's bragging rights. Like they could be a hideous alien and wanted to sleep with that guy.
Also,
because he was the last of his kind. I'm the only person I know that even got the opportunity.
Also, there's always a possibility that by successfully reproducing with the last of your kind, that you could potentially save a species from the brink of extinction.
I guess doesn't bode well for the gene pool there, but whatever. Do we have a winner, Josh?
We do indeed.
Brennan wins. Okay, that's a point for Brennan.
Woo!
Fantastic, and that's going to bring us to round 2. Such a bop, right? Theme song.
Yeah.
Okay, round 2. Time for audience suggested verbs. This is a round where we get rid of fuck, marry, and kill and replace them with verbs sent in by the audience. Start typing those verbs into chat right now. A verb is an action word. You know this. You've probably seen this show before. If not, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Anyways, type an action word verb like fuck, marry, and kill, for example, but not those ones for obvious reasons. This round, we're going to mix up the order and go Anthony, then Brennan, then Brittany. While we're waiting for our wonderful audience to suggest these wonderful verbs, let's hear about our champions. Brittany, tell us about yourself. Where can we find you?
You can find me in New York City, where I'm living, and you mean do you mean find?
Do your plugs if you want.
Okay,
or every week I say you can say something that you've never told anyone, but no one's ever done that before.
Oh, okay. As for that, I'm gonna go off a little bit of getting to know our chemistry before I jump to that choice. But you can find me in New York, and where I'm based, and I perform stand-up comedy, and you can I post about my shows, and I post some videos on my Instagram, which is Brittany_corndog. So that's where you can find me.
Ooh,
for the most part.
Corn dog.
Yeah.
Delicious. Let's see. Brennan, where can we find you?
You can find me at Brennan LM on Twitter and at Brennan Lee Mulligan on Instagram, and youtube.com/Dimension20 show, or over at dropout.tv if you want to sign up and see all of Dimension 20, which is an actual play show where a bunch of comedians and funny folks play Dungeons and Dragons and other games together.
It's a great time. Someday, Brennan, you got to have me on.
Carolyn, I want you on it so badly. We got to do it.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, Anthony, where can we find you, my friend?
I would be on Twitter at A Cascio. That weirdly spelled name there. A Cascio on Twitter. I also have a D&D show that I do with a couple of friends here in Brooklyn, New York, called Tabletop Notch. We're on twitch.tv/tabletop notch. We're in the middle of a little of a hiatus right now, but we're usually on Sunday nights. I also made a SoundCloud recently where I record my farts and upload them. So that's soundcloud.com/Tony Toots with a Z.
Wow.
If anybody needs fart noises for their, for their campaigns.
Incredible.
You mean like different lengths and like, I don't know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not depth and sound, but you know what I mean? Like of some unit of measurement.
Like decibels?
Really rudimentary stuff.
Anthony, to sort of piggyback off of Brittany's question, when you begin to sort of commercialize or try to monetize like a passion like farting, do you
early stages.
do you find yourself adjusting how you would naturally fart because you know what the needs of your catalog or library are going to be, or do you try to stay authentic?
It's all very authentic. It's all real.
Nothing trite.
No. And honestly, I have a lot to learn when it comes to mixing and sound quality. So I very early stages, honestly, but it's something to be proud of.
That's super
My
exciting.
God, Josh, do we have those verbs yet, buddy? Okay, here we go. Okay, so our verbs are going to be vibe with, embiggen, and shred.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shred.
I love it. To embiggen, to make bigger.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Embiggen.
Vibe with, embiggen, and shred. Okay, let's see our options for round 2. These options, you may know these, gentlemen. They are the alter egos or regular egos of our favorite superheroes. We've got Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne, and Peter Parker, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Please try to dissociate them from the actors because fuck Christian Bale. But okay, let's see. Who's up first? We've got Anthony up first. Let's hear it.
Oh my God.
Embiggen, vibe with, and shred.
Vibe with and shred. Okay. We're shredding because I need more youthful. I'm totally vibing with Peter Parker. Because I pretend that I'm still a teenager. Smart. One of the smartest one. I mean, in the true canon, he created those web slingers himself, right?
That's correct.
And and as somebody who's really trying to create something online, I feel the need to vibe with him. Embiggen. Oh yeah, let's embiggen. Oh, see now you shouldn't have said Christian Bale because now I'm looking at Christian Bale and not Bruce Wayne. We're gonna embiggen Christian Bale until he explodes. Bruce Wayne, because again, we need these billionaires to just try a little harder, right? We're gonna. Oh God, why am I embiggening the billionaire? No, this is terrible.
I think you're going down a great path. I like this logic.
And we're shredding with the Kryptonian because the dude, the chest area in those tight overalls. I mean, I need to get on his level, so I'm going to shred with Clark.
We love it. Brennan, what do you think? Shred, embiggen, and vibe with?
So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to embiggen Peter Parker because high school is hard. And, if he were a little bit bigger, a little bit older, maybe he would get to those continuities where he's a little bit more stable and he's not having to hide that he's Spider-Man from anybody. I feel like Peter Parker wants to embiggen in some ways, and so I would afford him that because he's a great hero. As for shred, I would shred because here's the interesting thing: because we have vibe with, and then we have shred, but we don't have shred with. So if you're shredding, I would shred Christian Bale's rude ass Batman. I would shred I would shred the entire gritty Nolan Batman continuity. So that's what I would shred. But I'm taking it. I know it could be shred, but I'm seeing it as like a little goblin going like shred. So that's me attacking it. And then I would vibe with Clark Kent. He may seem dorky, whatever. The guy's a journalist. He has interesting stories. This guy's been all over the world. The lameness of Clark Kent is an affectation meant to cast attention away from himself. That's a very interesting guy. I would be happy to vibe with Clark Kent.
I love it. I love it. Well thought out answers. Brittany, what do you think?
Okay. So I think that I would embiggen Batman or sorry.
Clark, Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. Because he's like truly a brooding figure, right? And I think that it's like he seems like someone that needs to find a source of confidence and empowerment within and not outside. So I want to like try to empower him on that path. So I'm going to embiggen Bruce Wayne. He's the most sad to me of all three.
For sure.
Not, in terms of, I guess, his overall value, but just sort of like his general state. And I think that I'd like to shred Clark Kent because I feel like his only personality is that he maybe does yoga, you know what I mean? Or he makes like acai bowls. Like he's one of those kind of like, he's like quiet and sensitive, but he's actually really built because he uses up a lot of his energy at the gym. And also the Superman Association for me has this kind of like post World War II, like America's victorious world police energy that is a little bit draining at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and shred my good friend Clark Kent. And then I'm going to vibe with Peter Parker because I think he reminds me emotionally of just men I've dated. So that's my instinct.
I love it. I love it. And some cutting commentary on the creation of Superman, which I'm super here for. I'm going to think more about that. Okay, let's vote now. Audience, it's your time. Once again, same numbers. 1 for Brennan, 2 for Brittany, 3 for Anthony. You can hold up those fingers. And that's you're totally right about Superman. I couldn't agree more. I love that.
Did you guys hear about the cosplayers who dress? Speaking of of Batman twice, both in the murder question, there's cosplayers who dress up as Thomas and Martha Wayne and go to conventions. And the woman who plays Martha Wayne has a trick pearl necklace that scatters on the floor. And she can scoop it up on a fishing line. Ooh. And so they go and find Batman at conventions and die in front of them and traumatize them.
Oh.
And I think that's the coolest shit in the world. And the fucking, if you are a Batman and you don't give a big dramatic no or like drop to your knees, if you just kind of stare at that and don't play along, you are trash and fuck, marry, kill you.
That's amazing. There's nothing better at a con than finding someone who's in the same like universe as you.
That's really cool.
It's a good time. I remember I very drunkenly was at New York Comic Con one year dressed up as a Jedi Padawan. And I found there was like a robot R2-D2, like a remote control R2-D2. And I got down on my knees and I smooched the heck out of that thing. I was a couple of beers in, but it was I regret nothing. It was a good time. All right. Do we have a winner?
We do indeed.
Let's hear it. Brittany! Love it. I mean, wow. I can't wait for that TED Talk about the role of Superman.
Oh, God.
That's good stuff.
Thank you. I'm so honored for the support. Thank you.
All right, that's going to bring us to round 3. Round 3. It's time for another classic Fuck, Marry, Kill based off an amazing video suggestion from the audience. That's right. You can be on Fuck, Marry, Kill. Send those videos on into fmkchamps@gmail.com and we'll play them live. This week, we have a very special video. Let's watch it. Well, hi. This is Nega Carolyn, the evil version of Carolyn. I'd like you to FMK the greatest villains of all besides me. Magneto, Green Goblin, and Lex Luthor. Let's watch it again. Well, hi. This is Nega Carolyn. No, we don't need to watch it again. Well, hi. This is Nega Carolyn. Gosh! You little scamp, Josh. Oh my gosh. Okay, there you have it. Magneto, Green Goblin, Lex Luthor. This round, we're going to go Brittany, Anthony, and then Brennan. No one sent in a video this week, so I had to contact my alternate universe self.
I dig it.
You know, she's got red hair. Or any hair.
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's okay. You're up. Magneto, Green Goblin, Lex Luthor, fuck, marry, kill.
Okay. Magneto, Green Goblin, Lex Luthor. I'm gonna marry Lex Luthor because shoot, you can cancel me to hell. You can cancel me to drag me to hell if I get this wrong. Is Lex Luthor also rich?
Lex Luthor is extremely rich.
Right?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll marry Lex Luthor. I'm going to fuck Magneto because it's like Magneto has this like kind of sort of tortured historical pain that's really attractive. And I'm gonna fuck Magneto. I think also the general idea of controlling metal is like a really interesting quiet power. And that is probably to me the most sexually appealing of the three and their like villainhood. So Green Goblin I'm gonna kill because I just don't know that much about him, and that's how I'm gonna handle that choice. Like I kind of am like, you know what? I lived every day of my life without really knowing about him until now, and if he dies today, my life won't change. So that's what I'm feeling.
Wonderful. Anthony, what do you think?
I'm gonna marry Magneto. It's not all about material possessions, but he is gonna be able to make us the coolest fucking like one of a kind rings for us out of the most obscure material, and it's just going to be this magical thing that we share together, and yeah, just be able to build our home in seconds, which is something that I think about. Marrying Magneto,
love it.
Very comfortable life there. Mm-hmm. Kill the professor. God knows how old he is. He's lived long
That's not
enough. Professor
X. That's Lex Luthor.
Oh shit. That's right.
The other famous bald guy.
Well, kill him because who the fuck? Like, who is he? Right? Kill him. I only just recently started doing the bald thing. There can only be one. One full bald and one half bald, which is Carolyn.
Yeah.
And we're fucking the Green Goblin because he's a freak. He's a freak, and he got Spider-Man to make that noise. If anybody remembers the end of the first Spider-Man film in the early 2000s, when Toby gets knocked out near the end, he makes this noise when he hits the ground, and it's just this little like a squeal, and Green Goblin knows how to get it out of you, so we're fucking him.
Amazing answers. Brennan, what say you?
Here's the issue, and you tell me what comes up, because Anthony is 100% right. I think Anthony is 100% right. Am I allowed to?
Yep.
Oh, you're just deferring?
I'm just gonna. Here's the thing. You should vote for Anthony because Anthony got it right. I'm just going to second. Truly, I'm going to second Anthony here because Anthony's 100% right. Number one.
I got one of them wrong. I didn't know who he was.
Here's the thing. Lex Luthor is a fucking dumbass billionaire with no superpowers. And unlike Batman, he doesn't even wear a fun costume. So he can go straight to hell. Fuck him and fuck how much he fucks with Superman. Lex Luthor, you nasty. You ran for president and won. And that made Trump win in real life. Go straight to hell. Fuck hate you. You're bad. Okay, Lex Luthor, you're done. Nasty man. Number two, Magneto. You do have to marry Magneto. Magneto is right. Magneto's right in a lot of ways. Magneto is someone who comes in and in a world where, you know, there you have in not in all continuities, but in a lot of the X-Men continuities, Magneto comes in and you have Professor X being like, yes, mutants are killed and attacked wherever they go. But if we just show people in our fun spandex suits that we're helpful freaks, maybe their rabid hatred of us. And Magneto's like, fuck all these people. Mutants are what's up. We're making an island nation in the sea. Everyone else goes straight to hell. Brotherhood of evil mutants. Fuck all y'all. And if I got to marry Magneto, maybe he would do that weird ray gun that turns you into a mutant, and then maybe I could be a mutant too. Maybe he would see fit if we fell in love that he could do that. And here's the deal, cats and kittens, you gotta fuck the Green Goblin. Look at that. Look at that nasty little picture right there. Look at these three people. Tell me, look at them. Look at the pictures. Who's putting in more work? Who's putting in more work in the sack? Who's more excited to be there? Who's more happy to be there? Who is throwing it down like you never seen it thrown down before? Maybe there's an association with Willem Dafoe. I don't know if we've all heard about Willem Dafoe's crazy schlong, but apparently,
sure have.
Yeah. Who hasn't? It's Green Goblin all day, every day. That nasty little twerp. Who knows what he can get done in the bedroom, and that's exciting. Mm-hmm. So those are. Anthony is correct on all counts.
I love it. There's a lot to think about here, audience. This is going to be a tough one. It's time to vote again. 1 for Brennan, 2 for Brittany, 3 for Anthony. Get those votes in. We're getting very close to the end of the show, so like these votes matter, unlike your votes in the real world. Don't vote, quit therapy. That's my message to you tonight. Just kidding. That's a joke, obviously. My God.
Don't vote, quit therapy. Oh, man.
That's a new t-shirt. That's our first Fuck, Marry, Kill Champions t-shirt. It says, don't vote, quit therapy. Anthony wins. Oh, we love it. And that means we're tied going into round 4. Woo! Okay, this is a speed killing round. We polled our audience on these FMK options and we aggregated which option people wanted to kill the most. We're going to rapid fire through 5 FMKs for each of you, and you'll have 30 seconds to guess which ones the audience wanted to murder, hardcore style. Each answer is worth 1 point, so it's anyone's game. And special shout out to Felix Royale, who provided a bunch of these by commenting on the video after we're done airing. You can comment and we'll use them in the next show. It's a great time. Okay, so who's gonna be up first? Okay, Brennan got the first point, and then it was Brittany, and then it was Anthony. So that's the order that we're gonna go in. All right. Brennan, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let's fucking go. Super strength, flight, invisibility.
Kill invisibility.
Wrong. Super strength. What? Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Incredible, Captain America.
Mr. Incredible.
Wrong. Mr. Fantastic. Doctor Doom, Doctor Horrible, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Horrible.
Wrong. Doctor Doom. Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Oh, correct. You got it.
Hey!
Okay, you got 1. Did not have time to get to that 5th question, but that's okay. That's okay. You've got 2 points. We'll see how that works out for you. Let's bring in Brittany.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. The Avengers, the Justice League, the X-Men.
Kill Avengers.
Wrong. Justice League. The Hulk, the Thing, the Iron Giant.
Kill the Thing.
Wrong. The Hulk. Storm, Thor, Zeus.
Thor.
Wrong. Zeus. Capes, masks, spandex.
Capes.
Correct. Emma Frost, Mr. Freeze, Frozone.
Emma Frost.
Wrong. Mr. Freeze.
Okay.
Okay, that was pretty good. You also got one right. So now it's tied. You're tied with Brennan. We'll see. Could Anthony pull ahead? Let's see. Let's bring him in now.
Okay.
Let's see it. No pressure. No pressure. Okay.
All right. Just the kills. Got it.
Just the kills. Let's do it. Okay. Deadpool, Deathstroke, Death in the Marvel Universe.
Deathstroke.
Wrong. Death in the Marvel Universe. The Joker, the Riddler, the Penguin.
The Riddler.
Wrong. The Joker. Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Correct. Wakanda, Metropolis, Gotham.
Metropolis.
Correct. Batgirl, Squirrel Girl, Supergirl.
I can't say Squirrel Girl. I have to say the first one. What's the first one?
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Wrong. It was Supergirl, surprisingly.
Wow.
Okay, that's 2 points for Anthony. That means we've got our winner.
Oh. All my dreams.
That's amazing. We have our Fuck, Marry, Kill champion, Anthony. Congrats, Anthony. Thanks to all of our beautiful contestants for being on tonight.
Thank you.
Amazing champions. And thanks you at home for watching. Send in your video FMK suggestions to fmkchamps@gmail.com and comment on the video after we end to suggest more FMK options for the next show that we're going to do, which is actually going to be in 2 weeks from now. We're taking the next 2 weeks off because we deserve a break. Okay. Also, check out our new show on the You Jokes channel. It's called High Joke Score, and you could even win $25. You could win $25. And yeah, that's it. All right. Say goodnight, everyone. Bye.